I have this simple revenue analysis, and I would like to embed that, let's say, in a CRM system. And it should be embedded in such a way that we should also be able to pass filters from the CRM systems, just like adding Barrett Forster as the filter here. And of course, you should be able to pick anything from your CRM system and show it in your embedded analysis. Here I got a small sample HTML file. Let's just open it. It looks like this. It should resemble something coming from a CRM system. But most importantly here, we got an empty iframe in the middle. And if we look at this with, let's say, Notepad, we can see it right here. This is where we got the iframe. Now let's put a source into this iframe, and the source should be the Target Anywhere client. So that will be HTTP, server name, localhost in this case, then anywhere. That will be putting in the Anywhere client into this iframe. We can save the file, we can reload the page, and we can see it's actually loading the Anywhere client. But it's just loading that in the default mode. I would like it to load on a particular document, this one, the simple revenue analysis. So we need to change a few things in the HTML file. We need to work with permalinks here. And I'm going to add a permalink by adding 2 hashtags here. I don't know the document path to this simple revenue analysis, so I'll just put in document 01. And also I would like to add a filter option here. I would like to be able to filter by a salesperson. So I put in a salesperson filter here. Again, I don't know the name or the dimension for my salespersons, but what should go in here, it should be a name of a salesperson, and I'll just call it CRM variable so far. And then you should imagine that your CRM system was able to insert this value directly into this place in your HTML page, or use that in your HTML page. There are different ways to do that. But right now, let's just save this one here, and then let's have a look. When I reload my iframe, it comes up with this unknown permalink. It knows that we tried to use a permalink, but it doesn't know this permalink yet, document 01, etc. So we need to configure that permalink, and we do that through the Target Client Tools menu, Embedded Links, as you see it here. So when I click here, we can see at the lower button half here, we got my unconfigured link so far. Document 01, salesperson filter, this one. You can just double click it to configure it. And first we need to map this document 01, this generic name, into a specific document name. And in this case, it's something in my shared folder, the training folder, the simple revenue analysis. So that was mapping of the document 01 to a specific document. Then we also had this variable, the salesperson filter, as I called it in my HTML file. And in this case, this one should be mapped to a specific dimension, the salesperson dimension, like this. So now I've done the 2 mappings necessary here, and now we no longer have any configured links, but instead a configured link. So let's close this one here. Let's go back to my HTML page and reload that. And now we can see it's actually trying to load the simple revenue analysis, as you can see here, but of course with the wrong filter. That's due to the thing I simply call CRM variable. That's not a real dimension, member of my salesperson dimension. So now you should just imagine that your CRM system, maybe from up here somewhere, you can click a salesperson name, and then that would be inserted somehow into this file. I'll just put it in manually, Arjuna Bolton, Arjuna space Bolton actually, like this, and then save the file. And once I go here and reload my page, it should open up the simple revenue analysis with Arjuna Bolton as my filter. So that was setting up and using a configured permalink. Now also notice the Anywhere top bar, this one up here. Very often when you're using with embedded versions of Target, you don't want to see this top bar. Now you can handle that in the Anywhere URL simply by adding embed.html right here. Has nothing to do with your embedded permalinks, but it's just a way of making sure that your top bar in the Anywhere client is not shown. So let's go here and save this text file and then do a reload of my HTML page. And now my Anywhere top bar has been hidden.